What's up guys, welcome back to one of the most excited video of one of the most hyped smartphone of 2022, which is Nothing Phone 1. In this video, we are going to do one of the first Indian retail unit unboxing and a detailed impression of Nothing Phone 1. So without wasting any more time, let's get started. Now coming to the unboxing of Nothing Phone 1. So here we have the retail package. The length of the box is big, but it's thin obviously because there is no charger in the box. Now let's quickly take what all stuff we get inside this box. Though I have already unboxed the device to test out the unit. So this is how it looks towards the right hand side. If you peel the box, here you have the device itself. You need to pull it out. So this is our Nothing Phone 1. There's another section where we get some more stuff. So that's it in the box itself. So let's keep it aside now. Nothing team said this whole material of package is made for easy recycling with zero usage of plastic. Though you'll see the plastic on the device, but it says biodegradable under composting conditions. We'll see the device also. First, let's take a look at what all stuff we get here in this different box. So here we have the safety manual along with the type C to type C cable. Charger we need to buy separately, so I'll give the link of charger in the description below. You can make a purchase from Flipkart. And at last we get this unique SIM rejector tool, which we haven't seen with any of the other smartphones. Most users ask about this R value of devices. So here Nothing Phone 1 comes with 1.292 watt per kg. Anything below 1.6 is good enough to use. Now talking about the design and build quality of Nothing Phone 1. So Nothing Phone 1 is definitely a looker and has a standout design from rest of the smartphones. All thanks to its glyph interface and overall aesthetic of this design. The back of the phone has this glass with transparent design which makes certain component visible when we look at it in close crop. There are 900 LEDs which are bright and they on off based on the synchronization of tones and UI element. Also they will on when we receive notifications, calls, etc. Rest of the smartphone is extremely well built for a premium mid-range smartphone. It feels like we are holding an iPhone 13 in a hand. Just the camera layout and the back panel is different, but in-hand feel is exactly similar of iPhone 13, or you can also consider iPhone 12. The frame of this smartphone has been done by recycled aluminium and sides are flat. Overall the build quality and the design is superly done by Nothing company. When it comes to port, as expected, there is no 3.5mm headphone port. We do have the SIM tray towards the bottom side along with type C charging port and a bottom firing speaker. This phone comes with stereo speakers. There are 3 noise cancellation mic, one towards the top side, one towards the back side and the last one towards the bottom side. The power button and the volume buttons feels very tactile and exactly placed within the reach. On the front there are very uniform bezels which are very thin. Uniform bezels are very rare in non-flagship smartphones. Towards the left hand side you can see we also have iPhone 13 and both the devices have almost similar bezels. The phone is not huge and at the same time not even bulky either. The weight of the device is 198 grams. Overall, it's a very comfortable smartphone to hold in hands. The display of Nothing Phone 1 is 10-bit OLED panel with a resolution of 1080p. The display is very flat on the sides instead of curves, which is very good. The display quality is too good with closer to accurate colors. Viewing angles are also looking great. It has 50 nits peak brightness, which is more than enough even in broad daylight. This display supports HDR10+, so when we watch any HDR content, the display can go up to 1200 nits of peak brightness. Also, I cannot see any black crush and savage green tint issues till now. When it comes to stereo speakers, they sound pretty loud and great for this price. Overall, the output and the clarity is too good, but I feel it lacks some bass. And also guys, we are working very hard to improve our content. So if you are liking our content and if you want to make some changes, do let us know in the comment section below, because we still have 82% of users who haven't subscribed to our channel. So if you guys are finding our videos helpful to you, do consider subscribing and also press the bell icon to get notified whenever we upload a new video. Now let's move on to the camera. In my limited usage, I found Nothing Phone 1 camera capable and fun to use. Although there are just 2 cameras here. One is 50 megapixel Sony IMX766, which is a famous sensor in premium mid-range devices like OnePlus Nord 2, OnePlus 9 RT and also some Realme phone. Secondary ultra-wide camera is 50 megapixel Samsung JN1 camera, which is present on my OnePlus 10 Pro also. However, there are no necessary crappy camera included like 2 megapixel macro or depth, which we have seen in this price range. These 2 megapixel cameras are unnecessaries, and kudos to Nothing for giving actual useful 2 quality sensors. Now let's look at the actual camera samples. When it comes to back camera in human shots, the processing is very natural, not too saturated and not even too contrasty. It's very hard for a smartphone maker to do processing when it comes to human subject. But we can see the subject here, everything is there as required. Don't get me wrong guys, the images are not too flat, it certainly has its character. Details and clarity is good enough and gets the job done. But I personally feel it's slightly soft when zoomed in, not crisp. We can also see the portraits. The edge detection is adequate but not perfect. We can see here the edges in the hairs. It's not patchy and sharp, which is good. We can see only slight roll off, which is expected. Now talking about the back camera and ultra wide outside shots, here I think Nothing needs to work on little bit. The dynamic range and the details are more than adequate, but processing sometimes crushes the shadows and blacks in images. It looks slightly contrasty for my liking. When it comes to ultra wide, it has 114 degree field of view, which covers a lot of scenes. Even though it's 50 megapixel sensor, I can see the ultra wide is soft and lack details when zoomed in. Also, the color science consistency between the main camera and the ultra wide is not there. Here I feel Nothing should work more on it. Nothing Phone 1 camera has OIS, which helps in capturing the night mode photos better without losing of details. Here when we look at the sample shot, there is definitely a significant difference between normal mode and night mode shots. With night mode on, it's elevating the ambience of scene, and also it's reducing the noise in the scene while making shots very usable. It's not too bright, like making the night mode looks like a day shot, which is good. I notified there little to non-lens flare while taking shots near street lights, etc. When it comes to front camera, here I think Nothing did little bit of cost cutting by giving 16 megapixel IMX471 sensor, which is age old and has been used by OnePlus repeatedly for several years. When we look at the selfie samples, here it's just doing decent job, not great. Sometimes it clicks decent images, but sometimes it overexposes and washed out images. Selfies are definitely not a strong point for Nothing Phone 1, it's just decent. We can also use the ultra wide camera for macro shot. The details and everything are great, which is very good, instead of crappy 2 megapixel macro camera we see in this price range. 4K at 60 FPS is not there as rumored, but video recording has both OIS and EIS. Overall, I feel Nothing Phone has quite a capable camera. We have to see in full reviews whether Nothing Phone improves the camera in future or not. It gets the job done mostly and clicks good enough shots, but nothing extraordinary and groundbreaking. One of the key highlight of the camera is the studio light and glyph fill support. These models are built in the camera application and help clicks images in limited light. In instances where you want to use external light to brighten up the scene, the studio lighting model helps. When it comes to performance, the Nothing Phone 1 has Qualcomm Snapdragon 778G Plus processor. It is closely observed and optimized by Nothing and Qualcomm team together for seamless experience. Although 778G Plus looks like a mid-ranger chip, it is both powerful and power efficient at the same time. However, it is not as powerful as new Qualcomm 8 series chip, but for 99% of the people, it's more than adequate. Here are some of the benchmark testing which we did with OnePlus Nord 2 with that of Nothing Phone 1, because both have almost similar price range. Nothing Phone is slightly higher though. Using Geekbench application, single core scored 807 and multi-core scores are 2834. On OnePlus Nord 2, scores are a bit low, wherein single core have scored 542 and multi-core have scored 2764. When it comes to Antutu benchmark testing, here OnePlus Nord 2 takes a lead, wherein scores are 6,14,485, wherein Nothing Phone scores 5,16,875. Also, we did CPU throttling on both these phones, wherein we kept 100 thread for 30 minutes, and these are the results where you can see Nord 2 max CPU throttled up to 66%, and on Nothing Phone 1 max CPU throttled up to 65%. But if you talk about the heating, I did find bit of more heating on OnePlus Nord 2 compared to Nothing Phone 1. Good news is even in heavy usage, the device did not feel hot. Mostly it gets warm. Also keep in mind guys, this is rainy season with lower ambient temperature. We cannot come into conclusion without testing in higher temperature. So far 778GB plus coupled with LPDDR5 RAM and UFS 3.1 storage feels very rapid and optimized for Nothing Phone 1. And it's more than enough, it can handle most of the tasks easily. We'll be doing a dedicated gaming test on this device, so stay tuned for that. I'll try to include FPS also in that gaming test. Overall in BGM I played few TDMs. I did not see any kind of frame drop, though we cannot say anything about the frame drop until we use the FPS meter. Device was performing decent, but let's wait for the complete gaming test. Now talking about the software, so Nothing Phone comes with Nothing OS. It gives completely stock vanilla Android vibes with some specific Nothing features and UI element. It's pure stock with no bloatwares, ads, etc. When I first booted up the device, these were only the applications present on the device. There are no unnecessary apps like Nothing Theme app, Nothing Messaging. All the apps are mostly Google apps. Personally, I like the whole UI of this phone except the quick setting tiles where the top two tiles are so big and rounded, which instantly gave a mixed feeling. Also, you cannot remove this Google search bar which is present towards the bottom side. We get all the unique Nothing widgets in the launcher itself. Even there is Material UI present in here as Pixel phones. So you can customize or change the theme of the device according to your wallpaper. In some scenarios, I have noticed bit of hiccups. Like for example, when there is a notification, I did notice bit of jitters while scrolling around on the device. But that's not a big deal, it can be easily fixed via a software update. Nothing team have promised 3 years of OS update, which means Nothing Phone will get Android 13, Android 14 and Android 15. Also, it comes with 4 years of bi-monthly security patch update. This is a very good move by Nothing considering it's a new brand. One thing you guys should know, that fingerprint scanner present on this device is optical fingerprint scanner instead of ultrasonic as rumored. And we don't have much of options to customize the fingerprint animation. We do have the support of always on display on Nothing Phone 1. And as you can see, there are a bit of issues registering the face. So for me on this device, I wasn't able to register the face. I tried almost everything registering my face for the unlocking options. But here you can see the device have been giving me options like incorrect angle. Though I have tried almost every angle and I wasn't able to register my face on this device. So this is a minor issue which might get fixed in the upcoming updates. And I'm not sure whether it's an issue with device or it's only an issue with my particular unit. But I'll let you know guys in the review video. Haptic feedback seems to be better on Nothing Phone 1 compared to OnePlus Nord 2. Though I did test out with my OnePlus 10 Pro, their OnePlus 10 Pro had better haptic feedback. So here you guys can take a look at the haptic feedback on both these phones. I personally like the haptic feedback, though it's not that crispy, but it does its job pretty well. Okay, one thing which you guys need to know about Nothing Phone 1, though it supports 4500 mAh of battery with 33 watt of fast charging, which means wired charging, and with the help of Qualcomm, Nothing have also enabled 15 watt wireless charging and 5 watt reverse wireless charging. And guys, I wasn't able to check out the full time of charge because this device doesn't support any of the OnePlus chargers. I've tried out 80 watt OnePlus chargers, 65 watt, 30 watt, everything I've tried. Finally, it worked and showed charging rapidly using iPhone charger. Here you can see all these tries were done with OnePlus stock chargers and none of the time device showed charging rapidly. And final time I tried with my iPhone charger, which is 20 watt, and during that time it shows charging rapidly. So if you are planning to buy this device, make sure to buy this charger also. With no doubt, I do like the features like whenever you plug in the charging cable, this LED at the back glows, and this also shows you the status of the battery. So let me plug in and show you guys. So as you can see, it shows approximate 55 to 60%. So there are a lot of good features on Nothing Phone 1. In my limited usage, battery lasted throughout the day in the moderate usage. Now talking about the connectivity, this phone has 5G, which includes 12 bands. Along with that, it also comes with dual 4G VoLTE, Wi-Fi calling, Wi-Fi 6, Bluetooth 5.2 and NFC. I did not find any kind of issues with call quality and signal reception. And also the actual pricing of Nothing Phone 1 is 32,999, which is a base variant 8 plus 128GB of storage. Then we have another variant which is 8 plus 256 GB of storage, that will cost you 35,999. And at last we have the top end variant which is 12 GB plus 256 GB, that will cost you 38,999. Those who have pre-order pass 2000 along with launch offer 1000, and if they have also HDFC card, there's another offer of 2000. They can get the smartphone for total 5000 less than the actual price. However, there are no freebies like charger, case for pre-order guys too. Okay, now let's come to the final conclusion whether you guys should buy this device or not. With lack of creativity, we have been seeing similar design, same specs, everything, but nothing came out of the box with this unique design. And trust me, if you go out with this phone, obviously it's an eye catcher. Kudos to Nothing team for everything what they have given on this phone. Till now guys, everything seems to be fine. Slight jitters which I have observed with the UI, but that can be easily fixed with an OTA update. UI isn't that perfect, but yes, you can use it. Also, I personally feel Nothing should have provided the charger inside the box, because as I told you guys in the video that Nothing phone doesn't support any of the OnePlus charger. So this is one drawback when it comes to gaming, and I personally feel that gaming is good right now on 778 Plus processor, but you cannot play graphic intense games. Battlegrounds Mobile India can be played with 60 FPS, though just wait for my complete review. And when it comes to camera also guys, trust me, it has way better camera compared to other phones present in this price range. So it's a good to go device. If you have budget, you can go with it. But only thing, as I said, charger is not available in the box, so you need to buy it separately. And as always, make sure to like this video, share it with your friends, subscribe to our channel. We'll try to bring more content on Nothing Phone 1. As of now, only this much in this video. This is your friend Ashok signing out. See you guys in the next video.